Hi. Um, okay, so I wrote this article, I think on Sunday I didn't write it on Sunday, I wrote it all week, about the temptation of Christ and turning stone into bread. First, I thought it was a magic trick. And, then I thought about the bread, and I heard this one really smart thing one time, that Osiris is the wheat and Christ is the bread, but I don't know what that means at all, you know? I don't think, I could probably make something up about it, but it wouldn't be, very nice, because I really don't know. It's, sounds really smart, but that's all. I was, real stuck. I was looking deeper at it, and I was like, okay, so what does the text say? Okay, it's like, man should not live by bread alone. It's about man being alone, and I looked at that alone part, and that word alone, and it's by himself. It's like self-sufficiency. It's not the bread alone, it's the man alone. Cadences can get in your head and you can hear them, it's like ba-da-da-da-da, and then, so I was like, man shall not live by bread alone. Okay, so if the key words there is alone, man shall not live alone. Oh, it is not good for man to be alone, and that's Genesis, right? And the cadence of that, man shall not live by bread alone, it drew me back to Genesis when Adam's naming the animals. And it's the first time that God says something's not good, because Adam's naming the animals, but the problem is nothing's responding back to him. There's no interior voice responding back to Adam, to the human, And so he says it's not good for man to be alone, humans to be alone. I will make him an ezer canido, a helper of equal worth. And it's a word that's used 16 times for God, helping Israel, corresponding to Israel. So you think about corresponding, something that corresponds to consciousness and helps it grow, that responds back. So you could go have an inner conversation and something talks back to you. So it's that internal dialogue is really, it's like, you go in for a reflection, self-reflection, and then you have an inner conversation. And we have this inner conversation all the time. Then you go back to our text, that we're looking at. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God doth man live. That word is rhema, that's flow. And then where's the mouth of God? Okay, that's if I think about where the mouth of God is, it's within. Like the kingdom of heaven is within you. So it's like there's where something you turn within, and there's a dialogue there, right? Okay, think about this. Think about the soul, right? Because I've been thinking about the soul a lot, because I've been thinking about it, because I've been talking to her. because when I was like, okay, so because I only can read the scriptures through my own experiences. You know what I mean? How else will I know what they're talking about? Sometimes we think we're talking to ourselves, but really there's something else that we can't really see yet, because we haven't turned within yet. Only because nobody ever told us to. You know what I mean? And we didn't know there was somebody else there. So we just don't know. We don't know we're not alone. We don't know we're not alone. Because it says a man shall not be alone. You can't be alone in there.